Both lights on.
Turn them on real quick.
They're on
Headlight.
there. I believe they have an auto function as well.
It's a Brompton with a battery. Very nice. I like the blue decal. Blue Brompton decal there. Little electric symbol there. How's that battery popping on and off?
Removal and installation is super simple on this. It's got a nice little release button there, and it pops off.
Nice.
Nice little protective cover.
Oh, there you go.
Battery plug that flips up automatically. Just slide it back down. The system powers up when you put the battery on it.
Very cool. Oh. First ride on the Brompton Electric. She's got power going up the hill. Not much effort. It's kind of crazy after all this time to finally be riding one. Been talking about it for so long as far as when it would be here in the US. I know they've had it over in the UK for a while. And it's got some top end too. Gotta say I was a little bit dubious at first, having gone through several conversion kits and aftermarket solutions. Definitely torque sensing. As I go up this hill and there's more pressure on the cranks, the power seems to be kicking in proportionately. A little bit of a whine to the motor, not too bad. The overall package is quite sleek though. I think one of the biggest advantages of going with the OEM Brompton Electric system is the battery integration with the luggage block. Because frankly, there have been Brompton kits that perform similarly. They're not going to look as clean, but they basically did a similar job. As far as the pedal assist goes, this torque sensing does feel better than the cadence system on some of the kits that we've put together. But as far as functionality goes, this isn't anything new. However, having that integrated front luggage block as the battery and that nifty little clip, I think goes a long way. Otherwise, you got to disconnect wires from the battery manually each time the battery goes on and off with those conversion kits. And at the end of the day, the Brompton is mostly all about convenience. So that extra step, although it may seem like not a big deal over time when you're constantly folding and unfolding and having to manually disconnect those Anderson cables or XT90s each time. Coming from like a mid-drive, like a Yamaha or a Bosch, which is very sensitive. Yamaha kind of advertises their system as having a zero cadence, where just any bit of pressure on the pedal gets it to kick right in. This is not that, but definitely responsive enough. All right, now we're picking up speed. So I'm not really feeling any drag once the motor cuts out. It does seem like it's programmed to cut out at a certain speed, maybe 15 or a little bit over 15 miles an hour. Probably going about 25, coming up to 30 miles an hour here. Very nice. I remember that's something they were talking about during the development stages, creating something that did not have any drag when the motor was off. So I suspect, let's try turning this off completely. We'll shift down to a lower gear. Let's do another little climb in the lowest gear now. Feels like a Brompton. little bit of added weight from the battery and motor, but not a ton of drag. She feels like a Brompton. It's getting a little bit steeper here. Using a little more pedal power. Not bad. But hey, we got the battery, might as well use it. I think having that little bit of boost will go a long way for a lot of folks. The Brompton's awesome for pretty much anybody needing something small and nimble, and I mean, when it folds up, there's really nothing else much smaller out there. But I think the main drawback for some folks is you need something small and portable, but I also need a little bit of assist. I live up a hill. I need to store it somewhere where there's not a lot of space. My car, my office, my boat. Let's say you're not really like a hardcore rider per se. You're just trying to get from point A to point B and have something convenient. This is awesome. I'm actually impressed. Coming from someone who has built Bromptons as electric conversions in several different ways, I'm actually impressed. And we're back to the shop.